Welcome to Boss Action Media. Oh, where we just don't give a shit. As you have probably already guessed by the title of this video, today we will be reviewing the new animated Gamera series that Netflix put out last week. Don't worry, this is a spoiler-free review, more or less. Anyway, surprisingly enough, Gamera Rebirth is a hell of a lot better than the original trailer led us to believe. In fact, I do dare and say, it is a pretty good series if you are a fan of giant monster action and a good science fiction storyline. Netflix seems to be on a little bit of a winning streak right now. First they gave us a more than decent adaptation of One Piece, and now they are giving us a very watchable animated series starring the world famous giant turtle monster, who protects children from flying bat monsters, swimming bat monsters, giant kitchen knife monsters, giant water type Pokemon monsters, and what looks to be like some kind of giant demented ugly dog. Anyway, on a side note, while I was looking at an image of Godzilla's foot for 2 hours, waiting for the Godzilla -1 trailer to drop a few weeks ago, I was told by multiple Godzilla fans that Netflix's Godzilla Singular Point isn't too bad and I should check it out. If any of you have watched Godzilla Singular Point, let me know if it is worth watching. Anyway, Gamera Rebirth is not the greatest animated series ever made. In fact, it is probably a few points above what most would consider slightly above average. However, the monster battles are pretty good, especially in the first 2 or 3 episodes. Anyway, this is the type of show where you will not know the whole backstory unless you watch the whole series. The show feels almost like a coming-of-age kid drama mixed with random giant monster action. But around episode 5 is when things make sense. So long story short, episodes 1 and 2 are pretty good, with base level plot to keep the show moving along and great battles between Gamera and his classic enemies. Episodes 3 and 4 have good battles, but the plot does drag and comes off as filler at times. Then episodes 5 and 6 give us the whole story, big reveals and whatever. The action in episodes 5 and 6 is not as good as the first few episodes, but the plot makes up for it. At the end of episode 6, there is an after-credit scene that will tease a second season. So yeah, if you are a fan of Gamera, you will probably love this. If you are a fan of Godzilla and probably only watched the Heisei version of Gamera, like myself, you will most likely enjoy yourself while watching this giant fire-breathing turtle kick ass. The design for Gamera is something of a cross between Heisei Gamera and the current MonsterVerse Godzilla, and I'm not complaining. The computer-generated animation is a bit of a mixed bag, however it does the job. My final score for this series is 7 out of 10 stars. Not great but good enough. Considering this was put out by Netflix, I am tempted to give it a 7.5 out of 10 stars and call it a day. Moving on, the trailer for Monarch Legacy of Monsters came out, and it looks like it will be more related to Skull Island than Godzilla, which I do not mind at all. Skull Island is in my top 3 films when it comes to the current MonsterVerse. On a good day I might even rank it as my second favorite film. Anyway, thank you for watching Boss Action Media, and remember, if you have to do an action, make it boss.
地球人め